Wow, that's sure a lot of spring bar tools. Yo ho ho, welcome back aboard. Watches, birds, and sometimes loot that I like. That's what we're going to be covering here, is more of the loot. But first we do a bird check. River and Kai are here with their backs to us. You know why? Because they love spring bar tools. They will go through, if I dump that thing out, they'll be throwing them everywhere like ninjas throwing stars. Hi Kai, what are you doing? All right. So let's get into this. If you are a watch collector or a strap collector, you're going to get a lot of these guys. These are the freebies that come along with the straps and watches, and they come with the little pointy thing on the end, or she has that little fork on the end. So we'll do a sample bracelet change, or not a bracelet, but a strap change. And then they also have some of these on the other end this is actually a screwdriver, a pointy end, which actually I can't find one. I see one in there. There's a pointy end. The pointy end is for sticking in holes. We like to stick things in holes, don't we? We always did, even as a kid, like, in the outlet. You go like this. This is what you don't do. You don't do this with an outlet. Oh, God, I tell people everything. Anyway, so this little pointy end, this is in the side of the case of the watch. There's a little hole. You can stick it in there to take off your spring bar, and then remove your strap, or you can use it on the bracelet to adjust the micro adjust on the bracelet. So there's a few different uses, but these come with watches a lot of times, and I don't throw anything out. I don't know why. It's a bit of an illness. But here's like a couple different examples. Sometimes they're plastic, sometimes they're metal, but I'll hang on to them just in case. But these are horrible. So when you're using these on a watch, this doesn't have but when you're using these, they're really easy. They're hard to get a grip on. You can slip while trying to push out maybe a pin bar or something. There's actually better tools for that, for removing those. But even just adjusting the clasp, these are so tiny and so small, and you can slip and push the forked end into your hand, or the other way around. You're trying to get in there into the watch, and you're trying to get in here, and look right there. So you're trying to go, and then you do it, and you end up really hurting yourself. So these are a big no. We're gonna throw these out. No, we're not. We're gonna save them. We're not gonna throw anything out. We don't throw anything out here. Never. Oh, wacko. Let's get rid of these ugly things. Get out of here. Let's start with something really pretty. A Bergeon. It's focusing 6767F. So I put these back in the packages just for display looking, but this is probably the one I use the most. I keep this out. I'll keep it over in here and just have it out all the time. It's pretty much the best. They're Swiss made. It's pretty much the best you can get, just in my opinion, especially for the price. These run around $20-25. So why not get something good that's going to last a long time? Also has replaceable tips. So you have the forked end here, the pointy end there. The tips run around $4 to $5. They screw in, so you can easily screw one out if you break it or you bend it. Sometimes these will bend off. They're not indestructible. So you unscrew it, stick the new one in, screw it back in, and you're good to go. And the body of it will last a lifetime. Hand this down to your kids who are hopefully going to be, really into watches and not maybe just G-Shocks. So that Bergeon, awesome. Number one, I would say, maybe not. It's number one for me. It's not number one for everybody, because you can get something like this. And this is a Barton removal tool, which you can pick up on Amazon for about $10. I'm going to call this a private label, kind of like the store brand. Like, you know how there's like the store brand at, I don't want to say not generic, but like say at Walmart has great value. This is like that. You'll see these, like this one, see there's no name on it or anything, but you'll see these like all over on Amazon and stuff, and they'll have like different names printed on them. They'll be the same size, same type of metal. At least that's what I found. It's kind of a pencil feel. Cool because they don't roll, and you set it down like these type, it can, if your desk isn't level or you set it down, it can roll over and knock into some parts or something if you're working on a watch. So these are cool. So you just set it down and it's gonna stay where you put it. This one also, above this has a little bonus. It has the centimeter ruler on it. So if you're not sure, here's the strap, how wide the strap is. So say I wanted to replace this buckle on here, and I wanted to know how big it is. So these are 10 centimeter. So, I mean, not the easiest, but 16 millimeters. So usable. I mean, not as good as getting out the old calipers and getting your, measuring it that way. So, but it's handy and comes with extra tips. These tips, they go in, but they're a little loose in my opinion. I don't know if you want to put some Loctite on these, like what is it, the blue? That's the very weakest Loctite. That might be overdoing it, but you kind of feel they're a little bit. I always have to like check it, make sure they're screwed in. This one with these tips are in there. You can't even turn it without putting a pretty good grip on it. This one, little bit loose all the time. So again, $10 for this with the extra tips. I could not find any extra tips online anywhere for Barton. So maybe they're out there, but they weren't on the main website and they weren't on Amazon. So maybe these are generic tips that would fit this, but you're definitely going to need some eventually. You're going to either bend one or these little fork, like I said, these little fork tips can bend if you're really got one you're struggling with. But that is the Barton. Now, let's kind of jump over to another. This is a generic. What brand? This Celizo on Amazon. It came with a kit. Notice that is missing the pointy end. Actually, this was actually a forked end on this one. This was a wider fork. So this came with two forked ends. But this is tightened all the way down, and the fork thing just slid out and vanished. So this one I can't even budge. Oh, there! Look at that one. That one just pulled out. I don't like these. These are crap. I'm not even gonna try to stick that back in because this is just for showing you guys. Don't get these. Don't pay for them. They're like $6. If you get one that comes with a kit, just throw it out. Get something different. I don't care what. Even this Barton would be better. Grab the Barton. Just get rid of these ones with these screw down nuts. These nuts. Bye. Goodbye. I don't want to look at you anymore. I would even use this or that thing. At least I know this thing is not going to move and not going to fall out on me, and it's always going to be there. I might stab myself, but... and let's go with our next one. This is another Bergeon 3153. This one, as I bump the camera again, this one... Put the watchy back up here. This is a really lightweight, they call it a synthetic material. I feel like it's plastic. But these wind in really nicely. But you're winding metal into plastic or synthetic. So you can kind of think of what kind of trouble you could get into with that. This one's $30, so a little, actually more than the metal one. The tips are about the same, $4 to $5 for the tip. These prices I'm giving you are kind of, they're a little bit all over the place. Sometimes you'll see these Bergeons I've seen them for $50, $60, and then I've seen them, you can get them direct or maybe $25, and then even with a coupon. So you gotta kind of you kind of gotta do your shopping with these things. But this one, it's cool. It has the ruler on it. Very, very, very comfortable. Super comfortable. Again, like the pencil. Maybe a little thicker than this one. So if you've got bigger hands, might be better off getting something like this. But you could really do fine, really fine work with it. Getting into things with this and not worry about, slipping or, messing it up. So yeah, I like this one. I've never have a problem with these yet, but I don't use it as much as this one. So I can't say for long term if this one is going to hold up as far as screwing and unscrewing these, or if they're going to come loose being in the plastic. So there's those three. And last but not least, you could go on all day with these things. This is really cool. This comes in this little pouch. Of course, it's watches of espionage. This is their kind of like a travel one, I guess I would call it. I think they call it that, travel. But this thing, it's cool. It's got their name engraved on it. And it's super tiny. How big is this thing? 60 millimeters by 10 millimeters. It's super small. It will, it does have the rolly thing, which if that bugs you. But gosh, put this in the car or, carry it in your pocket if you're bringing extra straps, say you're going on vacation or something. This thing is legit. The tip comes out. Okay, I had to cut away there. So let's... the kids didn't know if $20 was going to be enough to go for lunch for each of them at McDonald's. I can't believe you have to spend $20 for a meal at McDonald's. This is just getting crazy. Okay, so back to this. So you put this in here, and then you put your little, I'm going to look over the camera here, and you screw it in, and there you go. Got your little tip. And you can leave this one out for, so you're not poking yourself. So if you just need to do a quick, change on the strap. And then the other end is the pointer, the pokey one. So I think this is ingenious. It's so tiny too. Maybe not carry it in your bag if you're going on the plane. No one's they may confiscate this. I don't know. But you could throw it in your suitcase, right? But yeah, this one runs $32. This would be the priciest of all the ones I've shown you. I've seen this one I think it's like Zulu Straps has one very similar, it looks like. It's just not engraved. So I don't know if these are coming from a company and and a lot of different strap places are selling them. But I'm just a big Watches of Espionage fan, so I would pay a little more to get it from them just because I love them. That's just me. I'm a weird that way. But that is all I have for these guys. We went through the cheapies, like what not to do, the crap. Now let's do a quick strap change and I will come right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to go find me a watch that didn't have a quick release strap. That was not easy to do. Everything I have has quick release straps on it. This one does not. So that was a challenge. What are we going to use? I'm using the good one. We're going for the good one. All right, I'm going to try to do this. So this does not have, now if this had holes on the sides here, you could take if it had drilled lugs, you could take this, you stick it in this hole, push the spring bar, and then the strap just comes right out. So since this one doesn't have it, I'm going to do this without setting the watch down. Usually I put it down on a little mat. See, because this way I don't stab myself. There it goes. I hope you guys can kind of see that. Am I on camera? Okay, hold on. You kind of gotta feel for that little click. Nope. Take two. Nope. Take three. First of all, am I wrong? I have the wrong glasses on for this. There it goes. Okay. Did you see that? It's hard not to mess up the strap when you're doing this, but you can kind of pull. Sometimes you can kind of pull the strap back a little bit, like that. Trying to do this. There, it came out. That was pretty good. Let's see this way. Yeah, there you go. I'm so good at that. I'm just like a pro. Not really. But there you go. I don't know what kind of watch this is. Some Chinese brand. Red Star. That's actually really pretty, isn't it? Okay, so we did that. And now let's use the pokey end on something. Okay, so I found one with drilled lugs. It's on a NATO, but it doesn't matter for our purposes. You really wouldn't need to do this, but you stick the pokey end in, and that's it. See, and then it comes out. And then for this, since it's a NATO, I basically have to take it all apart, take the NATO strap off. But these I can kind of stick in. Just do it by hand. There it's in. And then put the NATO back on there. That's it. All right. And let's talk about real quick our upcoming videos. I'm gonna have one coming up. Ooh. Do we know what these are for? Well, you will if you watch the next video. Oh, I just bumped the camera. And then in another video, we could do these. Oh, these things. These are great for like pulling nose hairs. And I don't know if I'd use them on my ears, but those are very useful. So we'll do a couple more videos with that stuff. And then now we can say goodbye to you birds that like really not gotten into any mischief. You guys are being no. Why? You just wait. I mean, I guess it's better than doing it on my head. like, subscribe, all that jazz. I won't let you look at that, you guys. I'll save you the grossness. Feed the birds. It's only a tuppence a bag, but don't overfeed them because then that's what happens. All right, bye.